Stacy, this is Jim. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm building a new home down at around the Port Lavaca, Port O'Connor area. It's right on the coast.
Okay.
And I have 2x6 walls with stucco and a concrete type roof. I'm trying to understand whether I need foam in the walls and foam in the attic, and the soffits need venting or for the roof if you put in foam. And what do you put down there right on the coast as far as insulation in the walls and the attic?
Okay. You're going to have a lot of people who do foam insulation tell you, yeah, let's seal the entire envelope. Do the walls up, seal them, the roof, the whole 9 yards. Then you don't need ventilation for the attic. And in our climate, those guys couldn't be more wrong. What you need, foam insulation in the walls is wonderful because you got limited space. It gives you the highest R value, blocks all the wind infiltration. But on your particular house, because you've got stucco, you've already got no wind infiltration. Because you've got 2x6 walls, you've got enough room to have fiberglass insulation and have a good R value. So you really got a choice of what you want to use for insulation. But inch for inch, foam is much better than any other type of insulation. However, in the attic, I always recommend going with fiberglass, because you typically have the space to put as much insulation as you want. So if you want to go with an R39 up in the attic, you've got the space to stack it up, 16 inches tall.
Okay. So
and that still allows the house to breathe. And that's what the foam guys miss, is the house has to be able to breathe. If you seal it all up, it'll start growing mold in it, especially if you ever close it up on the coast like that, close it up for a couple weeks while you're gone. It'll be just miserable on that house.
Oh, my goodness. So you're talking about fiberglass bats and not blown-in fiberglass? or
You can use either one.
Okay. So foam in open cell is okay in the walls?
I personally prefer closed cell, but, for the type of system you just described, you can go with open cell in those walls with no problem. Okay,
and that's okay with the moisture and having the stucco, all that stuff. So, but
yeah, the stucco should have a barrier.
Right, it'll have a Tyvek type barrier. Yes.
Yeah. Now, and I will tell you, I've got a. I call him my nephew, but it's my cousin's son, and he was building a house in between Austin and San Antonio in doggone it, Buda.
Right.
And they were looking at putting the foam in, and I told them, I said, don't do that. Just do the walls. Don't do the ceiling and the roof and stuff. Well, the builder, that's the only way we do it, blah, blah, blah. He went ahead and did it. He built this house less than 2 years ago. He is now getting mold abatement taken care of in the house.
Okay. So I'm going to lay down those bats up on the inside the ceiling or blow in, and then have a radiant barrier against the roof, the hip?
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You've got a tile roof, you said, right?
Yes.
You got plywood decking under it or not?
Yes, 5/8 OSB type decking. Yes.
Okay, and that's already in place?
Not yet, no.
Then use the plywood that has the radiant barrier on it.
Okay.
And then you don't have to worry about going up and tacking anything. It typically costs like $5 a sheet more to do it, but it saves you that in labor.
All right. Well, listen, I sure appreciate it. So foam walls and fiberglass bats in the ceiling, in the inside the attic, and I should be good to go. And I do need ventilation on my soffits, right?
Yes. Soffit vents, continuous soffit vents, and a ridge vent.
And ridge vent. Okay. Well, I sure appreciate it. They're really trying to talk me into go foam all the way. You know what I'm saying?
I know they do, and if you were, and I said this earlier today, if you were in Minnesota, wonderful way to do it. We don't live in Minnesota.
Right. Well, they think I've lost my mind so I want to use fiberglass up there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Your time today. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And guys, let me tell you, the builders will say, I've never had an issue doing this. Most builders don't know what the heck happens to their house 2 days after they're done building it. So they don't know squat about what went on with it. And even the ones who do track it, because I make no bones about it, I'm in the foundation repair business, and all these builders always say, oh, no, I don't have foundation problems. Hey, we got a 10-year guarantee, and we haven't ever had to do anything. The normal house doesn't have a foundation problem until it's 18 years old. And that could be avoided if we changed our building practices, but we don't. So don't go by what this builder says. He knows how to slap sticks together and build it up. You need to deal with what you're going to be doing with this house for the rest of your life. And maybe you're not going to live in it forever, but somebody is, and it's got to be built to withstand everything. And so, we got to look down the road, not just what's easy for the builder right now.